Black Butler Emerald Witch Arc, the fifth season of the iconic anime adapting Yana Toboso's manga, has enthralled audiences with its gothic mystique and intricate storytelling in spring 2025. Produced by Cloverworks and streaming on Crunchyroll, this arc plunges Seal Phantomhive and his demon butler, Sebastian Michaelis, into Germany's cursed werewolves forest to investigate mysterious deaths on Queen Victoria's orders. Episode 5, His Butler, Subconscious, aired on May 3, 2025, and delves into Seal's fractured psyche as he grapples with amnesia and past traumas. I'm both haunted and fascinated by this episode's psychological depth, though its introspective focus raises questions about narrative momentum that demand exploration. Following Episode 4's revelation of Seal's amnesia and traumatic flashbacks, triggered by the werewolf curse, Episode 5 centers on his subconscious struggle to reclaim his identity. Trapped in a dreamlike void, Seal converses with a spectral version of himself, confronting memories of his twin brother and the cult's horrors. Meanwhile, Sebastian, serving Sieglinde Sullivan as her temporary butler, probes the village's secrets, uncovering a hidden passage with Snake's help. Finian's attempt to comfort Seal backfires, exacerbating his panic, while Sieglinde's intentions remain ambiguous. The episode ends with Sebastian poised to unravel the forest's mysteries, as Seal's mental battle lingers unresolved. This installment shifts from external investigation to internal conflict, deepening the arc's psychological stakes. Episode 5 advances the Emerald Witch Arc by diving into Seal's psyche, a bold narrative pivot that underscores the curse's psychological toll. The revelation of Seal's twin, canonized in the manga's Blue Memory arc, is a major turning point, reframing his identity and intensifying the arc's connection to his past. As fans on X have noted, Sebastian's discovery of the hidden passage suggests progress in unraveling the village's secrets, fulfilling the episode's role in balancing Seal's internal struggle with the external mystery. It raises new questions about Sieglinde's true motives and the passage's purpose while leaving Seal's recovery unresolved, maintaining tension. The pacing, however, feels uneven. The dreamlike sequences, while evocative, linger too long, slowing the external plot, a critique echoed online. I think this introspective focus enriches Seal's arc, but I didn't like how it sidelined the forest's mystery, risking narrative stagnation. Seal, Sebastian, Finian, and Sieglinde are central, with Snake in a supporting role. Seal's subconscious dialogue with his spectral self reveals raw vulnerability, his plea, "Who am I if not Seal Phantomhive?" exposing an identity crisis tied to his twin, consistent with his complex persona. This marks notable growth, as he confronts suppressed guilt, though his panic at Sebastian's name feels slightly overstated. Sebastian's cool pragmatism shines as he navigates Sieglinde's household, his subtle probing, "What lies beneath this village?" showing his cunning, though his emotional detachment limits new depth. Finian's earnest attempt to comfort Seal, recalling how Seal gave him purpose, reveals his loyalty but highlights his naivety, a poignant moment fans online cherished. Sieglinde's enigmatic demeanor, oscillating between kindness and secrecy, adds intrigue, though her motives remain unclear. I really appreciate Seal's raw exposure, but I wish Sebastian's character had more emotional nuance to match the episode's tone. The episode explores identity, trauma, and the fragility of trust. Seal's subconscious battle critiques the cost of his queen's watchdog persona, questioning whether his identity is authentic or a mask forged by loss, a theme resonating with the manga's Blue Revenge arc. Trauma permeates, with Seal's flashbacks to the cult's cruelty illustrating how past horrors linger, a sentiment fans online found heart-wrenching. Trust falters as Finian's kindness backfires and Sieglinde's ambiguity clouds her alliance, reflecting the arc's gothic mistrust. These themes are conveyed through Seal's introspections and Sebastian's calculated actions, though the heavy focus on Seal's mind overshadows broader exploration. I'm moved by the identity theme, but I personally don't understand why the episode didn't weave trust more explicitly into Sieglinde's role to deepen the stakes. The episode enriches the werewolf's forest by unveiling the hidden passage, suggesting a deeper infrastructure beneath the village, possibly tied to the curse or werewolf lore, expanding the arc's mythology. The forest's miasma, described by Sieglinde as evil magic, reinforces the supernatural rules, grounding the curse's impact. Cultural nods, like the village's insular traditions, evoke German folklore, aligning with the arc's Hansel and Gretel imagery noted by reviewers. However, I didn't like how the passage's significance was left vague, missing a chance to clarify the village's history. The world feels atmospheric but needs more detail to fully captivate. The dialogue is poignant in Seal's subconscious, with lines like, "You stole his name," cutting deep, capturing his guilt with poetic weight. Sebastian's measured exchanges with Sieglinde are sharp, though occasionally stiff, like, "Your village hides much," which feels expository. Finian's heartfelt, "You saved me, Seal," is sincere but borders on cliché. The writing excels in psychological depth but falters in external scenes, with Snake's comedic snake banter feeling out of place, a critique shared online. I think the introspective dialogue shines, but I didn't like the uneven tone, which disrupts the gothic mood. Cloverworks animation is striking, with Seal's subconscious void, a swirling, monochromatic abyss, rendered with haunting fluidity, earning praise online for its cinematic quality. Facial expressions, like Seal's anguished grimace, are meticulously detailed, faithful to Toboso's manga. Director Kenjiro Okada's vision, lauded for its Shaft-inspired flair, excels in the subconscious sequences. A disorienting spiral shot of Seal's spectral self amplifies his turmoil, while slow pans in the passage build suspense. His butler, subconscious, evokes sorrow, unease, and intrigue. Seal's confrontation with his twin's memory is gut-wrenching, his scream of, "I'm not him," leaving me shaken, a moment fans online called devastating. Finian's failed comfort stirs empathy, while the passage's discovery sparks curiosity. The episode prompts reflection on identity's fragility and trauma's lasting scars, aligning with Black Butler's gothic ethos. It leaves a haunting impression, though its slow pace tempers excitement. I also anticipate Seal's recovery, and the passage's secrets will drive the arc's climax. The emotional weight is profound but risks being overshadowed by pacing issues. Episode 5 of Black Butler Emerald Witch Arc is a haunting, psychologically rich chapter that excels in exploring Seal's trauma and advancing the mystery. Its strengths lie in Sakamoto's stellar performance, the surreal subconscious visuals, and the poignant identity theme, earning fervent online acclaim. However, uneven pacing, repetitive music, and tonal inconsistencies, critiqued by fans and reviewers, hinder its momentum. I didn't like the rushed external plot, and I think tighter editing could balance the introspective focus. The episode achieves its goal of deepening Seal's arc and teasing village secrets, making it a compelling, if flawed, installment. I'm optimistic about the series, expecting the forest's truths and Seal's resilience to deliver gothic brilliance. For Black Butler fans craving emotional depth, this is a gripping, imperfect gem.